Hello everyone, I hope you can hear me good. I turned off the video to make sure the recording won't be interrupted by the connection issue. And as you remember, one of the steps how to study the Bible is making lists of facts and then interpretation, what does it mean? And next one, application, how to walk in the light of what we've studied. I want to share with you the list about God according to Daniel chapter 1 and my highlights about what does it mean. And first one, what I want to share you, if you're reading in Daniel chapter 1, verse 2, you can see the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his Nebuchadnezzar hand with some of the vessels of the house of God. And we understand it wasn't about Babylonian military might that um, caused Jerusalem to fall. The text explicitly says the Lord gave to king into Nebuchadnezzar's hand. God is the one in control of who rises and who falls, even when his people are being disciplined. And what I've learned about God, God is sovereign over the efforts of nations. And another part of this verse, God gave some of the vessels of the house of God. And what this one tells me about the vessels were taken to the treasury of a pagan god. But here is the truth they were only on loan to Israel. God allowed them to be moved, but He never stopped being their true owner. He knows exactly where His possessions are. And this one, I understand God owns everything, including His temple. Next one in our list is verse 9. God gave Daniel favor and compassion in the sight of the chief of the eunuchs. And Daniel was a captive in a foreign land. God moved the heart of a pagan official. So this wasn't just a luck. This was divine intervention. God protected Daniel's life and his conscience. As for me, God really shows steadfast fast love to his own, and he really takes care of people who honor him. Another moment, what I found out in this chapter about God, God gave this for use, learning, and skill in all literature and wisdom. And when we are reading this one, we understand they studied the Chaldeans literature, but the text is clear. The learning and skill came from God. He is the ultimate teacher. The world may educate us, but God grants the ability to understand. So, and again, God is the source of all true wisdom and knowledge. And it's really wonderful what I know about God from this chapter. Next one in our list is verse 17. God gave Daniel understanding in all visions and dreams. And this wasn't a natural talent. This was a specific gift from God to equip his servant for the prophetic work ahead. God prepares his people for the assignments he has planned for them. And I can see that God really gives a supernatural ability for His purposes. And God called us also for a special purpose. And God is faithful to those who honor Him. Later in verse 20, we can read that in every matter of wisdom and understanding about which the king inquired of them, these first people, he found them 10 times better because Daniel and his friends resolved to honor God. Verse number 8. God honored them. He didn't just sustain them, he elevated them above all others. And it's really grateful. And verse uh, 21, we can continue. God gave Daniel understanding and so on. And verse 21, we can see, and Daniel was there until the first year of King Cyrus. And this final verse is a really wonderful. It looks ahead to the end of the captivity. God placed Daniel in the palace so that decades later, when Cyrus, whom Isaiah named, made the decree, Daniel would be there to see it. God is already working out the end from the beginning, and we can see it. So, just summarizing from this chapter, we can see that God is sovereign, faithful, protective, and the giver of every good gift. He really takes care of his people who honor him. And my statement for a week is to wake up and thank him, not because of my circumstances, because it's not perfect. They are not perfect, but because He is faithful. And at the end of each day, I will ask myself, where did I see God's goodness today? And I will write it down that I will have a physical record of God's faithfulness. Thank you so much.